December 24th, 1914, Christmas Eve. It was a cold night. The British were in their trenches along Ypres, and so were the Germans. It seemed to be just another day of this dreaded war. All was quiet, nothing out of the ordinary. However, an extraordinary event was about to unfold that would never be repeated again in war. The British noticed that the Germans were placing candles along their trenches and Christmas trees, and then they began to sing Christmas carols. The British, surprised by this, began to sing their own carols. Both sides sang carols all throughout the night, and finally, after a long time, were able to sleep in their trenches without the imminent fear of being attacked, as some trust was built through their caroling. The next day, brave souls from both sides went out into the open fields and began to exchange Christmas wishes and even gifts. On any normal day, such an act would have gotten any soldier killed for sure, but that didn't occur. Both sides let the war aside, it seemed. It was peaceful, calm even. The trench lines were so close that both sides could hear each other as they shouted. Usually, they would shout insults, but on this day, they shouted Christmas wishes and asked for truces. Spontaneous football matches and kickoffs even occurred along various sectors of the front. All across the Western Front, truces were organized, and soldiers met with each other in a festive and peaceful manner. However, not every sector was peaceful. French and Belgian soldiers were less keen on this truce, as the Germans were occupying their nations after all, but still, truces were organized to bury the dead and such. Some soldiers also refused to take part in these truces. Adolf Hitler, for example, a trench runner, criticized his fellow soldiers who had joined the British in no man's land for celebration, remarking, "Such a thing should not happen in wartime. Have you no German sense of honor?" One of the biggest parts of this truce were the Christmas gifts. Both sides received gifts from their loved ones and even their respective governments. British and Indian soldiers received Princess Mary gift tins, which contained chocolates, sweets, cigarettes, and tobacco. Meanwhile, German enlists received tobacco pipes with the Crown Prince's photo on them, while non-commissioned officers received wooden cigar cases. Letters were also a big part of this truce, as soldiers received and wrote letters back to their loved ones, explaining this miraculous event. The following is an extract from a letter written by Henry Williamson, a soldier of the London Regiment, who wrote to his mother on the 26th of December, recounting the events of the previous day. "Dear Mother, I am writing from the trenches. It is 11 o'clock in the morning. Beside me is a coke fire. Opposite me, a dugout with straw in it. The ground is sloppy in the actual trench, but frozen elsewhere. In my mouth is a pipe presented by the Princess Mary. In the pipe is tobacco. Of course, you say. But wait, in the pipe is German tobacco. Haha, you say, from a prisoner or found in a captured trench. Oh dear, no, from a German soldier. Yes, a live German soldier, from his own trench. Yesterday, the British and Germans met and shook hands in the ground between the trenches and exchanged souvenirs and shook hands. Yes, all day Christmas Day. And as I write, marvelous, isn't it?" Thousands more such letters were written and received by soldiers of all sides. An attitude of live and let live alongside fraternization was seen, be it French, British, Belgian, or German. They all held this attitude and common festive feeling. However, this attitude of live and let live was not common among the officers, who weren't amused. Many believed that these truces shouldn't occur and would break discipline. As the truces ended, officers on both sides ordered for their men to fire on the other side, with strict actions if they refused. Some officers ended the truces symbolically with a salute and firing a revolver into the sky. And thus was the story of one of the most extraordinary events of the First World War, and in fact, all of war in history. This was a show of humanity and common brotherhood, of festive spirit, and a truly wonderful miracle. This was the Christmas Truce. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. A Merry Christmas to you all and a Happy New Year.